Hi everyone, Coots FPV here. Today I'll be reviewing the new Edge Racing R2205 2480 kV Lite motors. These motors are in Sunny Sky's racing series of motors, as can be seen by the Edge Racing branding. During this review I'll start off and run through the tech specs first, then I'll unbox them and provide my first impressions. Then before moving on I'll show some flight footage and then close out with my final thoughts. As we move into discussing the technical specifications of these motors, we'll start out with the datasheet. These are 14-pole motors rated for use with a 2 to 4S lithium polymer battery. The maximum rated continuous current is listed as 30 amps, so you'll likely need to pair them with at least a 20 amp ESC that is capable of sustaining 30 amp bursts. Starting from the inside out, we first find a hollow motor shaft constructed of stainless steel. This hollow shaft is designed to reduce the likelihood of the motor shaft bending during a crash. Next we will find Japanese EZO bearings, and as is expected from a 2205 size motor, these motors utilize a 22mm stator diameter with a thickness of 5mm. They also feature 16 by 19mm hole spacing, which ensures compatibility with many of the common frames on the market right now, as that is the standard mounting pattern. There are a couple design factors that are visible on these motors that make them unique. The first and most obvious is the reduction of extra metal throughout the bell. This allowed Edge Racing to get the weight even lower while maintaining durability due to the fact that they used 7075 T10 aluminum. The resulting weight comes to 28 grams with the full-length motor wires, so this will go down once you shorten your wires to length. And this is actually 2 grams lighter than the wildly popular Emax RS2205 2300 kV motors. One other thing that's unique is these windings feature silver-plated wire rather than the traditional polyurethane coated copper wires. Edge claims that the silver plating on the wires increases efficiency by at least 5% as compared to the polyurethane coated wires. Looking at these motors, they look very clean and attractive with a contrast between the polished aluminum and black banding combined with the silver windings providing a good visual pop. They also feel very solid with no end play, and the machining quality appears to be very good since all of the edges are finely finished and there is only very minor imperfections. This is actually the second set of Edge Lite motors I've had. The first set was an earlier run of the 2300 kV motors that utilized the 6061 aluminum on the bell, and I was very unimpressed with the durability of these early runs, as the bells on 3 of the 4 motors I had actually broke mid-flight without any serious crashes. I did find the performance on them to be good and very smooth, but like I said earlier, the durability being so poor was going to be a deal breaker. So I contacted Sunny Sky, and they worked very well with me to make it right. And then after all the feedback they received from other people that had some of the early runs of these motors, they upgraded the metallurgy to the 7075 aluminum that is currently used. While testing these motors, I installed them on my X-Hover MXP 200B with DYS XM20 ESCs and the Ready-Made RC Seriously Dodo flight controller. During testing, I used them for both freestyle and racing applications. I found that the throttle response felt good, especially when I paired them up with the Dow 5045 version 2 biblade propellers. I felt like this combination gave me very good top end without sacrificing too terribly much low end bite in the corners. I will let you know though, the X-Hover frame I was using, I had it built up pretty light, as with the 1300 milliamp hour Tattoo battery, I came out to about 420 or so grams, all up weight. When I was pushing these motors to the limit, I found they came down consistently cool to the touch, even at times when I was chasing gas-powered scale aircraft and spending the whole time up near the top of the power band. Since I was using them for both freestyle and racing applications, they really got put through the ringer durability-wise. Once again, I thought they performed very well, and the durability was quite impressive, and just here near at the end they started showing some very minor indications of wear. but it's not yet affecting the performance of these motors. However, one thing that's kind of a negative is during some crashes, dirt would get into the bell, and then I'd have to blow into the motor and work that dirt out before I could run the motor again. So that's something you want to keep in mind if you're going to be using these motors in a place where that's a potential that could happen quite a bit, be it mud or dirt. But if you don't have to worry about that much, then that shouldn't be an issue at all. In conclusion, the Edge Racing R2205 2480 kV Lite motors provide smooth power in a light yet respectably durable package. The construction felt very solid with very good machining quality and balance. The top end throttle response felt good, and they feel like they give a little bit more oomph than some of the other motors on the market. Even during extended periods of high throttle, these motors consistently came down cool to the touch, and the flight times were very comparable to the Emax RS2205 2300 kV motors that I've been using for a very long time. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the review. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all thought of the review.